There's an idea that artists should stop consuming in favor of creating, and that media is a distraction you need to ignore. I think part of that is definitely true, but I don't think it's right or beneficial to take this to the extreme. After all, a lot of visual media, like movies and games, are often in part the work of very professional, skilled visual artists. There's a lot to be learned from that, and if you love a certain story or experience that has been artistically crafted, the motivation to learn from it can be a lot stronger than it would be studying something you have no connection to. Seeing something that's visually really cool should hopefully make you also want to make something cool. Try to adapt the mindset of really paying attention to what you're seeing, like thinking about what the composition of a shot in a film is doing for the story, or how an environment in a video game is designed to feel immersive. Most people, especially those who don't do creative work, but artists as well, tend to only give much thought to the visuals of something when they aren't working, and otherwise turn off their brain to it. There's some things you can start doing to get better at engaging with and studying the things you consume every day, allowing you to become a better artist while still enjoying your favorite pieces of media. I've developed a habit of taking a picture or a screenshot whenever I see something that I find visually appealing, possibly to study or use for inspiration another day. In terms of what you might see on a screen, this could be from a game, movie, or something more random, like maybe if the lighting in a YouTube video happens to look really good. Even if I never end up actually doing anything with that screenshot, just taking it reassures me that I'm paying attention and developing my visual taste. Streaming services will typically give you a black screen when you try to take a screenshot, which does make sense, but you can get around that for your own personal use by doing things like getting a browser extension or disabling certain browser settings. You can also look at stills selected by someone else, although I tend to find my eye for what I like isn't the same as the person choosing the stills. It's also very cool and helpful to see the behind the scenes work for a project. You may be able to find some shared online, or available as a book you can buy and look through. Find the name of someone who worked on the project and see if they post their work anywhere. Odds are that if you like the style of that thing, then you'll like and want to follow the other things they make as well. If you're someone who likes making fan art, which is a lot of people, you're actually giving yourself great practice. It's not something I do especially often, but might need to start doing more. I've spent time practicing character design by redrawing turnarounds, and while I wouldn't say it was unhelpful, I find it's more difficult to retain anything about the design when I'm just copying exactly what I see. By redrawing a character in a new pose, you're no longer just copying, but also interpreting what you see. This forces you to attempt to understand what's going on in a design better, and so it becomes easier to remember. Keeping a small, cheap sketchbook with you, or wherever you spend a lot of your time, is a great way to get yourself into the habit of sketching. I'm trying to start filling my time waiting for something on my computer to load, or to be revived in a co-op game, with doing quick sketches rather than picking up my phone and starting to scroll. Having the sketchbook already open, in view, and with a convenient pen or pencil next to it makes this easier. You can also try doing fake life drawing. Similar to going to a public place and drawing the people there, you can draw what you have on your screen. Maybe you're watching a Let's Play on YouTube, for which you could do quick portrait sketches with the person's face cam as reference. Of course, not all media has very much artistic thought and effort put into it, so pay attention to how much time you spend, say, binging short-form content, and consider using that time instead on something that you feel has more value to you. I think a lot of people could sit down and watch a full movie in the time they sometimes spend on more addictive things. If you only have small windows of time, maybe have a playlist of short films ready for when you want something to watch. These are great sources of inspiration, especially if you're interested in animation and like supporting independent projects. Here's a video with more advice about how to stay motivated. Thank you to the members on my Patreon, and thanks for watching.